This video review contains scenes from a video game rated M for Mature by the ESRB for depiction of blood and gore, drug reference, intense violence, and strong language. Hello gamers, I'm Mrs.Spiderlaw, welcoming you to another The Family Video Gamers review. In this video we are reviewing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, available for PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Released on November 14, 2014, this is the latest entry in an ever-so-popular Call of Duty franchise. As the title of the game implies, this takes place in a futuristic setting, much like Black Ops 2, but even more sci-fi driven. So let's talk about gameplay. New to the franchise is the exosuit, which provides big changes to the way you move around the playing field. The movement reminds us seasoned gamers a bit of Unreal Tournament. You can now dash forward, side to side, or backwards by clicking the directional stick down while moving the direction you want to dash. The exosuit also provides a double jump that helps you move vertically across the map. This changes the pace a bit in that it allows the player to choose which speed they want to play the game. They can either utilize the exosuit to its full potential and speed around the playing field, they can revert back to old styles of Call of Duty and move through the game without the exosuits enhancing movements, or of course, use a bounce ball. Also new to Call of Duty is the lack of standard heads-up display. Instead of the HUD that borders the screen, all weapons and ammo information is displayed as a hologram surrounding your equipped weapon. This is a welcome addition as it adds to the immersion of the whole experience. What does remain the same is the solid Call of Duty gunplay. If you've ever played Call of Duty before, then the shooting mechanics will feel very familiar. Now let's move on to talking about the campaign itself. The campaign hasn't changed much. It uses the same story formula as the previous Call of Duties. You work for a powerful man that's involved in warfare, you're a soldier sent out on a mission, and during the course of the mission, you discover that the man that you work for turns out to be the bad guy. It's a bit longer than the previous games though. It took me about 10 hours to beat on my first playthrough, while previous Call of Duties took me from 4 to 6 hours. What has changed is the sound effects. Sledgehammer has stated that they put a lot of work into the sound effects of the gunfire and explosions. You could really tell as the sound effects really are some of the best I've experienced in Call of Duty.
Good job.
The game is also visually appealing. This is definitely the best looking Call of Duty yet. The environment are detailed with debris flying through the air, explosions going off in the distance, fires burning all around, and that's all while the war is taking place right in front of you. Has bullets flying from your gun, your allies, and debris flying from around the gameplay. The facial animation and details is some of the best I've seen on the next gen console as well.
Badger Squad, the North Koreans have invaded the city and are pushing towards your position. Watch out for fire teams in your AO.
Copy that. Keep your eyes open. Look out! Damn. Okay, we need to get our feet on the ground and link up with Demo Team 1.
Overall, the campaign itself is more technically appealing than it is fun to play, but that doesn't mean the game isn't fun. It's a lot of fun shooting the enemies and playing through the QuickTime events, but I think the biggest strength is the sound and facial animations. So, to the crown of Call of Duty, the multiplayer. Let me start off by saying this is my personal favorite COD multiplayer since Black Ops 2 and before that, Modern Warfare 2. As stated before, the movement is reminiscent of Unreal Tournament, which is very much welcome for the seasoned gamer. What is also cool is the new supply drops. While the leveling system remains more or less the same as the previous entries, a new way to grab cool gear is supply drops. These supply drops will contain elite weapons that are special customized weapons that are otherwise unattainable in the game. These drops will also contain customization gear such as helmets, gloves, shirts, and exosuit skins, which brings me to my next point. Another welcome addition is character customization. Taking what Ghost did right and moving it to bigger and better directions, Sledgehammer included a way to personalize your soldier. You can pick a male or female character and then continue to gear them up as you like. Of course, more gear comes as you level up. With the new movement system, the good balanced gunplay, supply drops, and new customization options, Advanced Warfare is definitely a contender for the best Call of Duty multiplayer. And last but not least, the ESRB rating and what it means for Call of Duty gamers. So, as previously stated, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is rated M for mature for its content. But what does the M for mature mean for the content that is in COD? First of all, this means that the ESRB, the Entertainment Sophomore Rating Board, believes that the game should not be played by a person under 17. While the blood and gore is the first on the ESRB ratings list, we wouldn't say that there's as much gore as the ratings would apply. Obviously, this game is a first-person shooter that takes place in a war setting, so naturally there'll be bloodshed. However, we believe this is done in a subtle manner, rather than over the top. When the explosion goes off, limbs don't fly around the screen, but rather the body will get pushed back. A small amount of blood sprays out, and the body falls to the floor. Much of the same happens when the bullets hit the body of your enemy. A bit of blood will splatter out of the body before it hits the ground. This goes for the close melee punching as well. So none of the blood and gore during the gameplay is gratuitous in any sense. However, there is intense violence found in the game's cutscenes that do show a large amount of blood and gore, equal to your typical rated R action flick. These cutscenes can be skipped and avoided should you choose to. The only drug reference in this game can be found in the multiplayer mode. There is a player title that is used for customizing your online appearance that can be selected that shows a cannabis leaf as its banner. The ESRB does not rate the online mode, but this is where the players will find the most mature content, and it all comes from the peers or other players you encounter online. While online, there is no way to control the language of other players, which tend not to care too much whether or not your children might be playing. However, if you are not playing with a team of friends, you can simply mute all players to avoid any such language. But the game itself is full of adult language. The F word, S word, and other such curse words are used freely throughout the campaign. With that said, we will let you decide what to make of the ESRB rating. We, however, feel that although the rating is M for mature, that players 10 years or older can play the game with some adult supervision. Also, it would benefit the child for the parent to explain to them what the content is and what it means so that they can understand and know fully well what it is that they are playing and how to respect it. We recommend you play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and we give it a great rating of 8 out of 10.
Hi! We're the Family Video Gamers. Thank you for watching our video.
If you enjoyed our video, please click the subscribe button and links to our Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram in the video description below.
Be sure to check us out when you can.
Also be sure to leave a comment below with any questions, concerns, or ideas. Thanks, and
Game on!
Mom, what did you mean by seasoned gamers?
You know, for us gamers, I've been playing for a long time.
Why didn't you just say old?